Hey guys, this is the tutorial for this look, a soft glam for long oval faces. I'm going to start off with a bunch of foundation, just skin color, and then we're going in with a lighter concealer. I don't really use the right kind of stuff, so this is like a tinted moisturizer, but you know, it does the job. And make sure you do like these specific areas, so across like the nose, to really make sure that it comes in close to the nose, so it elongates the center part of your face, like the upper center, and that'll help shorten it. I just went in because I have deep eye bags. And then my only Fenty products I own, but I will use them for the next 20 years, it is the Fenty Beauty Illuminating Blush, and I do the darker color above the apple of my cheeks, and I feel like that is really important. And then I do the lighter color closer to the nose, and really make sure it's above like where your your cheeks actually sit. So it's sort of like a weird little sunburn line, but it's very subtle, and blend it out to the outside of your cheeks, but not too far out. Then I go in with just a foundation powder. There's a lot of layers going on here, but it's interesting how it naturally contours the nose the higher up you put it onto your nose bridge. If you have a longer, more prominent nose, I do it on all the areas I have concealer, and then I go in around the rest of my face. Now I'm taking a bronzer shade and I'm contouring my nose. Yeah, it looks pretty extreme, but in a second you'll see how it blends out. I think the jawline is probably the most important, I've learned, because it really gives you that shortened face look and helps accentuate the V shape. Just a bit of bronzer on the cheeks, not too much because you don't want to lengthen it. And now we're going in for our eyebrows. Now the shape that I find is best for a longer face is sort of a straight across eyebrow. And it looks pretty dark right now, but you'll see how I lighten it up with some setting powder. I think a straight across eyebrow is the best sort of shape for longer faces because the arch really adds a lot of length. So anyway, I bring it in because I don't grow eyebrow hair, as you could probably see, so I have to draw on my entire eyebrow. Yeah. And then, I'm fixing that. And then, this is my favorite thing ever, the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder, and I set the bleep out of my eyebrows because there's no hair, so if that eyebrow pencil comes off, I'm missing an eyebrow. And then I go into all of the lighter areas that I had set out with the concealer, and I really set those as the brightest part of my face because I think the more you accentuate under your eyes with a longer face, the better, the shorter it makes it look. And as you can see, I also did my chin to really accentuate the V shape of the jawline. I think it adds a really pretty shape because you can't essentially like shorten your face, but I think the dimensions you can sort of play with light and shadows. I think the brow bone is especially important because then you can add bronzer, contour, whatever to the top of your forehead to really shorten that amount of real estate you have going. Yeah, and I do the cheeks a bit to add just a crumb of square jawline. And then we're going in with the eyes. So I have found that this shape works best for my eyes. Sort of depends what you want to do, but if you have, I have round, smaller, almond shaped eyes. I don't know, but I definitely take inspiration from Korean style makeup. I just find that it suits my eyes really well because I have a natural puff under my eyes. And if you remember, like one of my first ever TikToks, people suggested I look up aegyo-sal, and so I just take a bit of the bronzer color so it looks pretty natural and accentuate the natural puff I have under my eye. And then I go in under my liner, under my wing, because I think it adds a bit more dimension, makes my eyes look a bit bigger with a very natural look. And I like to do a shimmery lighter color on there, and then I do a slightly darker shimmery pink on top of that to add some dimension. And then I go in to my inner corner and sort of blend it out to my aiguille sal. I think I'm saying that right, not sure. And my favorite mascara, the Colossal Maybelline. I just think it does what it's meant to do, okay? It does lengthening, it does volume. I have pretty good length on my eyelashes, so the volume is a little important to me, but I think a lower lash is one of the most important underrated makeup looks, okay? The under eye lash. It's everything to me. It's so 60s, it's so 70s, it's so 90s. It's just timeless, and you can see how effective this mascara is. Love it. And the difference between the two eyes. I am going ham on that eyelash, but period. So then I really like to accentuate the outer corners with mascara just to add a little lift. Since my eyeliner sort of goes down a bit, the lashes is what lifts it to a nice point. Now, this is my favorite lip technique I've found so far. You will also recognize that I was looking for a good lip shape for my specific double-lined lips, and I found the 5-point liner is the best. So I do a top point, the corners, and then 2 lower points. Connect the dots, and look at that. Plush, plump, luscious. I just love it, and blend it out a bit. And I use eyeshadow for my liner. It's a little crazy, but I just think it blends better. And then I use a full lipstick for my lips because a gloss just isn't enough for me right now. And I do a bit of red. Now I like to go in a bit more with like a powder blush on top of everything just because I feel like my skin soaks it up, and I blend it up towards my eyes a little bit just to add a bit more of that cute look. And then we have the highlighter, like a little like illuminator look, just a tiny bit on your nose. Please be careful if you have a long face, because the more highlighter you put on your nose, the longer your face will look. And I sort of do it in this nice sort of V shape on my whole face, just to accentuate that V-shaped face look, which I think helps to offset a long or super oval looking face and accentuate the nice parts about having that face shape. I do a bit on my eyebrows too. And here's the final result. I love it. She's glowy, she's dewy, she's long and oval, but it doesn't look like, off-putting, and I think it's just a really pretty soft glam look. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Bye.